So, David, I got to ask, how did you meet this wonderful couple in Take the Hill? I mean, what was your first interaction? Was it through the wine? I mean, how did you get connected?
No, strangely enough, I'm not that into wine, which is kind of funny, but I met them through a story I did on the Today Show about them in the 90s, like 20 some odd years ago. And so I went out there, really liked them, and we just stayed in touch, which happens. And then, I mean, it really was 20 years after we met. He's like, hey, we just started talking about the possibility of a film, and there we were. And so it was a long time in gestation.
You did get to show us so many different sides. I mean, everything that happened with the fires and his health, but the trip to Nepal especially was amazing. What did you remember most from that?
One of the things that really struck me on that trip was how Dick engaged with people in a way that, for a variety of reasons, we often don't when we're in our world, even if we're not traveling in some places exotic as Nepal. And Dick does that wherever he is. I was in San Luis Obispo Film Festival with him, and he was late to something because he had stopped to talk to a woman who was pushing a shopping cart, and it's like, hey, what's up? And 20 minutes later, they're talking and just found out about her life, and that engagement really does make a difference. And I think it's too easy for all of us to walk by, drive by, roll by the people who deserve our attention, and I think really, it's easy to forget that.
We're only 3 years into the festival. It's crazy to see how big it's become. What are the things you've noticed about just this growth? I mean, I felt the Human Element movie last year, going all over the world with it. It's crazy to think that this is such a young festival, yet you guys have made it into something special.
Yeah, look, I think we've got terrific leadership in Michael Caine and Trammell Crow, and I think the city of Dallas wants these kind of stories to be shared with them. And so, how do I put it? I'm always reaching further, and I want us to have more. Like, I think our audiences still could grow, so I hope people really come out this weekend to Fair Park, and I hope that these stories are the critical stories of our times, and we have to understand that. And it makes me so happy that audiences in Dallas are eager and receptive for them. So we just got to keep on building this thing.
Film's been in your family for so long, and obviously translated into your career. How do you look at the youth? I mean, there's a big student film measurement here, but what's next for the next group of filmmakers?
Wow. It's a good question. I don't really know because I'm the last, or whatever it is, I'm the latest, or I'm certainly not the next. But stories will continue to be told. What I hope, and I think is really critical, is that stories continue to get told on the big screen in theaters with dark rooms where we join together, where we all share and gather and spend time. And what I love about festivals, I mean, look around, all these people coming together for this. This isn't just like, I'm going to the multiplex and go see Shazam 6 and get out of here. You're going to spend time with these subjects. And so that's what I hope, is that the filmmakers make those stories high quality for audiences that'll come out and join together, as opposed to atomized into our living rooms and onto our laptops and our Apple Watches and whatever. We have to be meeting up. We have to spend time together, and that's what creating culture is all about.
Next year is 10 years for EarthX, 50 years for Earth Day. How big are y'all going to go? You and Michael, what are you guys planning?
We're planning nothing short of world domination. We will own our... Look, I don't know what we're planning. We're planning, one, to get through this festival, which is really just starting. But of course, we're looking ahead. And we want to make Dallas a real hub of the environmental community that's going to say, okay, we need to be here for that celebration because it should be huge. It's critical. And I mean, my God, look at the films that we're playing here and the stories that we're telling. They're not getting easier. They're going the opposite direction. And so, it's a signal moment, and if we don't observe that and move on it the best we can, that's a giant problem. So I hope we're right in the midst of everything that's great going on globally around Earth Day 50.
David, here's your world domination, buddy.
Hey, right on, brother. Good to see you.